Have you ever wondered how your childhood experiences shape your adult life? Our formative years are like clay, molded by the hands of our caregivers. The way we're raised greatly impacts who we become as adults. One of the major influencers is our parents and their parenting style. However, not all parenting is nurturing. There's a term called toxic parenting that refers to harmful behaviors and attitudes that can cause lasting damage. In this video, we will delve into the 50 toxic things parents often say to their children that can shape their adult lives. Let's begin by exploring the first 10 toxic things parents say to their children. Firstly, there's the criticism, not constructive feedback, but the harsh, relentless criticism that chips away at a child's self-esteem. This could sound like, "You're always making mistakes." This implies that the child can never do anything right, which can lead them to believe they are incapable and worthless. The second toxic thing is the expression of self-wishes. This is when a parent imposes their own desires on the child, saying things like, "I wish you were more like me." This sends a message that the child's unique personality is not good enough, which may lead to identity struggles in adulthood. Thirdly, there's the constant complaining about raising a child. Phrases like, "You're such a burden," can make a child feel unwanted and unloved, potentially leading to feelings of guilt and unworthiness. The fourth toxic thing is making unhealthy comparisons. "Why can't you be more like your brother?" This breeds a toxic competitive environment and could lead to sibling rivalry or low self-esteem. Fifthly, there are the hurtful statements. "You're so useless." These words can deeply wound a child's confidence and self-perception, causing them to doubt their worth and abilities. Sixth, there's the unfair blame. "It's all your fault." This can make a child feel responsible for problems they did not cause, leading to excessive guilt and anxiety. Seventh, there's the dismissal of feelings. "Stop being so sensitive." This can lead a child to suppress their emotions, potentially causing emotional instability in adulthood. Eighth, there's the threat of abandonment. "If you don't behave, I'll leave you." This can instill a deep-seated fear of abandonment and rejection in the child. Ninth, there's the conditional love. "I only love you when you're good." This can teach a child that they are only worthy of love when they meet certain conditions, leading to insecurities and fear of failure. 10th, there's the constant interruption. "Don't interrupt me." While it's essential to teach children to respect others when they're speaking, constant interruption can make them feel that their thoughts and opinions are not valued. These are just the first 10 toxic things, but there are many more we need to discuss. Now, we move on to the next 10 toxic things parents say. Firstly, let's talk about the phrase, "You're too sensitive." This can make a child question their own emotions, leading to self-doubt and emotional suppression in adulthood. Secondly, "Why can't you be more like your sibling?" Comparing children can lead to feelings of inadequacy and a lifetime of unhealthy competition. Thirdly, "You're a disappointment." This can cause a child to internalize feelings of failure and unworthiness that can persist into adulthood. Next, "I do everything for you." This statement can induce guilt, making a child feel like a burden, which can carry over into their adult relationships. Fifth, "You're just like your..." This can create feelings of resentment and confusion, especially if the absent parent is portrayed negatively. The sixth toxic phrase is, "You're ruining my life." This can instill a deep sense of guilt and the belief that they are a problem, which can lead to self-esteem issues. Seventh, "I wish you were never born." This statement can lead to feelings of worthlessness and a belief that they are unloved, which can affect their ability to form healthy relationships in adulthood. Eighth, "I don't have time for you." This can make a child feel neglected and unimportant, leading to feelings of loneliness and the need for constant validation in adulthood. Ninth, "I'm ashamed of you." This can lead to a lack of self-worth and a constant need to prove oneself, which can result in unhealthy coping mechanisms. Finally, "You're worthless." This statement can destroy a child's self-esteem, leading to difficulties in maintaining a positive self-image in adulthood. As we can see, the words parents use can leave a lasting impact on their children. We continue our exploration with the next 10 toxic things parents say. Number 21, parents might say, "You're so lazy." This can make a child believe they're inherently unproductive, setting them up for a life of self-doubt and insecurity about their capabilities. Number 22, "You're just like your..." This could instill a belief that they're destined to repeat family mistakes, creating a self-fulfilling prophecy. Moving on to number 23, "I wish I never had you." This statement can lead a child to feel unwanted and unloved, which can affect their ability to form secure relationships as adults. Number 24, you're such a disappointment. This can cause a child to constantly strive for approval and validation in adulthood, often to their detriment. Number 25. You'll never amount to anything. This can make a child feel hopeless about their future, stifling their ambition and potential. At 26, why can't you be more like your sibling? This can create sibling rivalry and make a child feel inadequate compared to their siblings. Number 27. You're a bad child. This can make a child internalize that they're inherently bad, which can lead to negative behaviors and self-image. At number 28, you're so selfish. This statement can cause a child to suppress their wants and needs in order to please others, often leading to resentment in adulthood. Number 29, you're too sensitive. This can result in a child suppressing their emotions and can lead to difficulties in expressing feelings as an adult. And finally, number 30, you're worthless. This statement can cause lasting damage to a child's self-esteem, making them feel unworthy of love or success in adulthood. The impact of these toxic things can last a lifetime, affecting an individual's self-perception and interpersonal relationships. Finally, we will discuss the last 10 toxic things parents say to their children. These phrases, often uttered in moments of frustration, can leave deep scars that persist into adulthood. First, you're just like your parent. This statement not only belittles the child, but also damages familial relationships. It can lead to feelings of resentment and self-loathing, which can affect interpersonal relationships in adulthood. Second, you'll never amount to anything. Such a harsh prediction can shatter a child's self-confidence, leading to a self-fulfilling prophecy of underachievement and failure in their adult lives. Third, I wish I never had you. This devastating statement can make a child feel unwanted and unloved, resulting in a lifelong struggle with self-worth and acceptance. Fourth, why can't you be more like your sibling? Comparisons, especially negative ones, breed resentment and can lead to a lifetime of sibling rivalry and self-doubt. Fifth, you're a disappointment. This phrase can make a child feel as though they are a constant source of letdown, which can result in chronic guilt and self-blame in adulthood. Sixth, you're too sensitive. This can invalidate a child's feelings and emotions, leading to emotional suppression and potential mental health issues later in life. Seventh, you're not good enough. This phrase can instill a persistent sense of inadequacy, which can affect a child's ambition and self-esteem in adulthood. Eighth, you're a burden. Such a statement can make a child feel like an inconvenience, leading to feelings of guilt and a tendency to prioritize others' needs over their own in adulthood. Ninth, I wish you were never born. This can cause a child to feel deeply unwanted, resulting in low self-esteem and a struggle to form healthy relationships in their adult lives. And finally, you don't matter. This phrase can leave a child feeling insignificant and unimportant, leading to a lifelong struggle with self-worth and recognition. These toxic things, while they may seem insignificant at the time, can cause serious harm to a child's development and future life. Having discussed these 50 toxic things, we now understand the profound impact of toxic parenting. It's a stark reminder of how certain behaviors can ripple through a child's life, leaving lasting marks well into adulthood. These include lowered self-esteem, mental health struggles, and even physical illnesses or substance abuse. The journey we embarked on today, examining these toxic parental behaviors, is not meant to assign blame or cause distress. It's about understanding, acknowledging, and ultimately, healing. It's about recognizing these patterns in our own lives and maybe even in our own parenting styles. If you've recognized some of these toxic traits, remember, it's not a life sentence. There are steps you can take to overcome the effects of toxic parenting. One of the most effective methods is through therapy or counseling. Connect with supportive communities, either in person or online. Read about the experiences of others who have walked the same path. Practice self-care and self-love because you deserve it. And remember, it's okay to establish boundaries with toxic parents, even if they are family. The road to healing may not be easy, but it's a journey worth taking. The first step is always understanding, and by watching this video, you've already taken it. Remember, it's never too late to break free from the cycle of toxic parenting. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe to @IamJanak for more enlightening content.